Hello, everybody, and welcome back. Where we're gonna go through this optional stuff. I mean, with the exception of Gaichu, probably because we haven't been keeping up with him anyway. But yeah. Hi, Raptor. Raptor eyes you impassively. He wears an easy smile, but his eyes are as cold and unfeeling as Koshei's sensors. Well, my friend, quite an evening. We fought and treated with an extra-dimensional being, prevented her from nesting in the walled city, and shut down a machine that was twisting fate itself. A rather impressive list of accomplishments, wouldn't you say? Just an average Friday night. No big deal. His teeth gleam white. Yes, my friend, of course it was. So what's next for you, Raptor? I will remain here in Huey, of course. This place is perfect for my needs. I can easily acquire any materials that I might need, and with your help, I have acquired a certain level of proficiency at evading the police. This will be the testbed for the future of our species, for the birthplace of a new form of life, and I will help to usher it into the world. You know how that sounds, right? And you know what I am. What can I do? His smile widens. You will be here beside me when the time comes, yes? You might be. You never know. None of us truly know anything, but I haven't frightened you off yet, and I take that as a good sign. He nods, his pearl-white smile glinting in the dim light. Be well, my friend. Rest while you can. There's more looming on the horizon that you could possibly dream of. Oh, okay. Well, alright. Maybe we'll talk to Gaichu. I mean, we haven't been talking to him, but Gaichu's in the process of cleaning his cabin as you enter. Using a small hand broom, he sweeps dust and debris about into small piles. Sensing your arrival, however, he pauses. You realize that should we ever try to tell the story of what has happened here tonight, no one will believe us, yes. Then again, they may not believe you anyway. You took in a ghoul, gave him a room in your home, and then left him to his own devices. I just did what I had to. Yes, you did. He cradles his chin with one hand. Push a man to the edge, and you will see what he is truly capable of. I confess I am confused as to why you invited me into your home. Okay. Was not expecting that. I'm confused as to why you invited me into your home, yet never came to speak to me, at least in any meaningful fashion. Do not mistake me. I am grateful for all that you've given me, but I suspect more people would have been more concerned by a ghoul in their hold. I wanted to respect your privacy, or I always had other things on my mind. Those are both kind of shitty answers, aren't they? Always had other things on my mind. He bows respectfully. Well, take this as a request to speak with me more in the future, then. I would very much like to get to know you, and it has been a long time since I have had a friend. For now, however, I will need to keep cleaning this cabin, or I will need to learn to live in filth. Help! Oh, I was not expecting that. Well played. Well played. I don't understand, like, we could never talk with her more anyway. Isabel looks up at you, a troubled expression on her face. If she's found any peace from your victory in the walled city, she isn't showing it. We did it, I guess. I got to take a scenic tour through hell to a childhood home that I've done my best to forget. Then we fought off a monster that I've spent my entire life pretending not to believe in. Somehow it's hard to get excited about that. We won, it's a good thing, but in the end it's just a drop in the bucket. Monumental evils like the one that Josephine Sang perpetrated go unpunished. The most that people like us can do is clean up the mess, knowing that there will be another bigger mess waiting for us tomorrow. We did clean it up. It wasn't enough. We could have done more. We should have done more. She waves you off. Just leave me alone. I'm not in the mood to celebrate. All I want to do is sleep. Okay. How about you? As you enter Gobbet's cabin, you find her sipping from an enormous mug. Something dark and steamy sloshes as she lowers the vessel. Her rats squeak happily from their perches on her shoulders. That was a hell of a thing, wasn't it? We fought a Yama King and we won. I'd like to stay far, far away from demon gods from this point on. As life goals go, I've heard worse. She gives you a smile, followed by a yawn and a long, languid stretch. Been a long day, hasn't it? I'll be licking my wounds for a while after this one. I think I might have pulled something on the way out of Prosperity Chamber. Be easier to name the parts of my body that aren't sprained. She nods sagely. We both need sleep. It's night time. To be perfectly frank, I don't even know how you're still standing right there. Sheer force of will. She smirks at you. Yeah, I'll bet. Go exert your will in your cabin, then. We mere mortals need to sleep. I'll see you tomorrow, though, right? I mean, you're not going anywhere. I'll see you then. Yeah, right. Good. I'll see you then. She hesitates for a moment. Then the corner of her mouth tilts up in that old familiar smirk. Oh, in Seattle? Yeah. Sweet dreams. How pleasant. I feel like I've missed some text with all these people, but, like, I'm pretty sure that I exhausted most of their text. Okay. I don't know. You enter Wu's cabin to the sound of his neck cracking at a horrifying volume. You catch his eye and he nods and begins a standard stretching regimen. I wish there was a stuffer shack in this damn country. We need some nerps or bromo fizz or something. He rubs his stomach and lets out a burp. A gobbet stew's heinous. Yeah, stay away from that. Did she offer you an oyster? Nah, we're not that tight. I mean, I don't visit her bunk all the time like you do. He pulls his right elbow back behind his head, stretching his triceps. They're a good crew, aren't they? Get the job done. Defeating a demon queen? I'd say so. He switches elbows, exhales slowly as he pulls. Long goddamn day. Feels good to stretch. Yeah, I bet. You doing okay? He shrugs, turns his back, and begins stretching his legs. Yeah, sure. I took a few hits, but I'll be okay. We have to acknowledge it. He spins his torso around, glares at you red-eyed. He's not dead. Didn't you hear her? She's gonna feast on him, torture him. He's worse than dead. Way, way worse. He left us, and now he's gonna be tortured for 1,000 years or some such shit. Remember her? He was tortured. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I remember. He flops down on his bed. I guess he started paying years ago, before we ever even knew him. Now he's still paying. Maybe even after we're in the ground, he'll still be paying. I was wrong about Raymond, Kira. Really wrong. He looks up at you. Again, his face drained of anger, drained of frustration. Ray was no coward. I could never have done what he did. Not in a million years. I just don't know how I'll ever be able to forget that. How I'll ever be able to move on. You remember his sacrifice and you try to live up to his example? We'll see. I haven't decided how much I want to emulate Raymond Black yet. He strips off his armor and tosses it into the corner. Time for bed, Miss Moore. I think we both deserve a good night's sleep. Get out of here. I'll see you in the morning. Okay. Again, I feel like... Okay, so I got an achievement for talking to Roctor there. I feel like there's supposed to be an achievement for all of them. But I didn't... Alright, let's go to sleep. Do we have... We don't have unfinished business, really. Like... I mean, like, we could go outside and talk to people again, but... Okay. You drop your head onto the pillow and haul the rough naval blanket over you. Defiance rocks like a cradle, and moments later you're wrapped in the comforting arms of sleep. There are no nightmares, only shadows. Fade to black. No. The story of the Walled City riots circulates local news networks for nearly a week. Few outside of Hong Kong hear about the incident, and those that do, even fewer care. By the end of the month, the city is back to business as usual. In Hoi, the flow of refugees eventually slows to a trickle. Those who do escape tell stories of a terrifying demon goddess and of an old man who sacrificed his soul to banish her. Their mad ramblings are generally met with pity or contempt. After the incident in the walled city, the unbroken lucky streak that propelled Sang Mechanical Services into the limelight comes to an abrupt end. Evidence of Josephine Sang's culpability in the walled city riots is delivered by a reliable source, is aired on the Horizon News Network, and the corporation's stock prices go into a freefall. Within a year, Wuxing Inc. buys out, absorbs, and dismantles the company, and Josephine Sang is quietly filed away in a corporate prison. She remains there, buried behind walls of concrete and rebar, until she hangs herself through... Wow! That escalated quickly! Hyoya remains a safe port of call for smugglers, gangsters, and Shadowrunners alike. You are no exception. The Shadows here welcome you in a way that Seattle never did. You've earned the respect of your fixer, your clients, and your community. Now that the APB on you and your team has been lifted by parties unknown, you're free to operate openly in Hong Kong. The place is yours now. You're home. Well, that was Shadowrun Hong Kong, I guess. So that was exciting. Creator of Shadowrun, Crimson Skies Battletech Mech Warrior. Jesus. Wow. It's actually this company. I didn't realize that exactly. Okay. So yeah, it was. I think I'm going to do the extra campaign, but I guess I'll say here that things are going to be slowing down on the channel. It's been kind of a long time coming now. Like, I'm planning on going to university if, God willing, I get the money, which is not looking very promising at the moment, unfortunately, but we persevere. And yeah, if that does happen, like, I'm not going to be actively recording like I have been, because I'm going to be dealing with schoolwork and everything. So yeah, this is probably going to be the last full playthrough on the channel, at least from me. I'll still be doing stuff, like, if other people want to do stuff on the channel and they want me to, you know, because I'm basically running things at this point. Like, if other people want to do playthroughs, then I'm totally down for that. But yeah, for the foreseeable future, Shadowrun Hong Kong is probably the last full LP. So it's been a wild ride. There's still gonna be a little bit more stuff coming over the next couple weeks. Don't you guys worry. I did plan ahead a little bit, because again, I've been kind of considering this for a while now. But yeah, so I might take a look at the extra campaign, because I did enjoy this. Like, had a lot of typos, so many typos. Like, seriously, guys, if you wanna like get in contact with me or something, maybe I should get into contact with them. Actually, they got that support, like, website right here. I could be like, hey guys, I did a let's play of your game and pointed out so many typos, and if you guys want, I can totally copy edit for you, because wow, that was, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot, actually, quite a bit more than it seems like a bunch of other people, at least on Steam, did. Don't know if I would necessarily say it was better than Dragonfall, just because, like, I don't know, some of the character moments seemed a little bit less involved, or at least more difficult to kind of trigger. I wanted more with Gobbet and stuff, but maybe that was my own fault. Maybe I didn't talk enough. I don't know. I thought I was talking to them as much as I could, but maybe you can talk to them, like, multiple times in between missions, and I didn't actually try very much because I was kind of working under the assumption that it worked the same way that the last games did, and, like, BioWare games do, and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, they added the extended campaign with the extended edition here. It's supposedly another like 6 hours of side campaign or something. I don't know anything about it except that it was a Kickstarter reward bonus, like stretch goal, I think, or something, and they ended up getting the funding for it, and so they're like, okay, post release we're gonna work on this extra campaign and add it in. So I think it'd be cool to look at that at least. It would make this presumably the longest playthrough on this channel, because right now it's shorter than Dragonfall was, very slightly. Very slightly. But yeah. So this might be the finale. I'll probably look into the extra campaign, I guess. If I don't, then you guys will know. But I don't see any reason I wouldn't. So yeah. Thank you all for watching, and those credits loop. That was Shadowrun Hong Kong. I hope you all enjoyed it, at least as much as I did. It's pretty good games. Like, if you like Cyberpunk and you like tactical RPGs, there are worse games. I know that sounds like damning with faint praise, but no, actually, I legitimately like harebrained schemes, Shadowrun games, and I wish them all the best of luck with what they're doing in the future, because they just came out with Necropolis recently, which is like a third-person roguelite Dark Souls-y combat sort of game. It looks pretty interesting. And I believe they announced recently that they were working on another game that sounded very intriguing. Conceptually, they have a lot of nice ideas that I'm a big fan of. So yeah, I'm interested in seeing what they do in the future. So yeah, I will stop rambling now and let this end. And I will see you next time, where presumably I'll be doing the extra campaign. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you then. Bye!